Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. There are two types of fear. The first one is the real one, which helps to stop doing something which can potentially damage ourselves or others. For example, fear of crashing the vehicle is what helps the drivers follow the speed limit, while the other type of fear is the imaginary one, which might only exist in our head. For example, negative self talk, which creates self doubts and stops us from beginning something new. Everything that you have ever wanted is on the other side of fear, which simply means that we often get afraid of certain situations in our lives, and that's when we tend to step back much before we have actually started. For one moment, right now, imagine what you would be able to achieve if you just went for it. Anything you put your mind to, it would be accomplished. Of course, this comes with struggles and challenges. Can you remember something you wanted to achieve badly, or a goal that you set for yourself and followed up by the thought of, I cannot do this. What if I fail? Or, I'm not good enough? Firstly, it's a natural human reaction to have those thoughts occur when you set big goals for yourself. Goals that will make you grow as an individual and stretch your current way of thinking. Secondly, just know that those feelings of fear are completely natural and happen to everyone. However, what mustn't happen, regardless of how rough it may be, is to not let those same exact feelings prevent you from taking massive action and constantly moving forward. Therefore, it's essential to understand the need to control fear itself. You might be wondering, why? My life is all good right now. Well, here are three major reasons. First, fear limits your full potential. Being driven by fear prevents you from growing and progressing in life. According to Dr. David Hawkins in the book Power versus Forces, he developed the map of consciousness and described that fear means you are being held back from growing to the higher levels of courage, acceptance, love, joy, peace, and eventually enlightenment. Second, you can never run away from fear completely. If you run away instead of dealing with it, it will always be there, haunting you in everything you do. Running away only gives you an illusion of security. You may feel safe for a short moment, but it's only for that short moment. The more you run, the more fear will try to catch up with you. When that happens, you either must learn to deal with it or cower in its presence eternally and become a fraction of the person you potentially can be. Third, fear will drain you mentally. Each moment you spend cowering in fear, you're feeding a seed that brings forth similar thoughts. The more you do it, the more fear adds up. Instead of calmly processing the situation and identifying solutions to move forward, you're feeding energy into something destructive. Think about how much more you can do if you are not spending your energy counteracting that fear and its after effects. It is essential to understand that until and unless you get rid of that fear, you will never be able to own the talents that you have, nor will you be able to execute them. If you have ever craved for something, make sure that you go for it. As long as you go on living with your fear, you will end up missing out on a lot of precious things in your life.